on.
Andy Barnard and Joel Paul are both new heads of department. Andy is head of geography at St Peter's Roman Catholic School in Gloucester. At 25, he's already an excellent classroom teacher, but can he learn to manage a department? Joel leads a staff of nearly 40 as head of learning development at Wangels College in Reading. An experienced manager from further education, her challenge is learning to cope in a school. We're following their progress over the whole of their first summer terms in post. It's 8 o'clock on a Tuesday morning in late May, and time for the senior management meeting at Wangels College.
Right, can we make a start then, please? Thank you very much. Jean's very kindly going to kick off for 5 minutes, 5 minutes-ish, talking about enterprise learning. Thank you.
5 minutes maximum. If I could just distribute these.
Oh, it's always dreadful on a Tuesday morning because I have to drop the children off at club before and parking and all the usual stuff. So yeah, it's always a bit of a chore trying to drag myself in on time for those.
Enterprise is a government initiative. It's Gordon Brown's little baby.
And once I'm in the flow, it's quite nice, really, and they're good meetings because of the level of staff that are in there. So, you can share some good information.
Do you want to give any more detail? An idea?
A great egg race type challenge for science.
I'm so sorry. I was fishing for it to try and set it up earlier. I usually have a paper that I want to distribute, and I've spent, it was about, midnight, 1 o'clock, before I'd finished, just collating some stats and things. But that's pretty typical of most evenings.
To actually get better.
But this morning it was dominated by two, equally as pressing issues. So, it'll save. It'll keep till next time, basically.
You're looking at the spreadsheet that you've got there. £80,000 by a formula, so it depends.
I hadn't really thought about it as a status thing at all initially, but speaking to other Senkos and other heads of learning development, I've realised that very few of them are on the senior management team, which then means you can influence decisions, sit alongside peers that've got a similar level of responsibility. So from that point of view, I think it's brilliant for the school and for the kids and the parents and all the stakeholders that, learning development is held in such high esteem.
As Joe's meeting ends, over in Gloucester, Andy's going to a full staff briefing.
I do feel like I've fallen on my feet here in getting this role and getting this job. I think I was I felt fortunate to be put here and to have the opportunity to work here.
Hey, the rabble at the back there. Right, thanks. Tony's...
Sometimes I sort of sit back and think, goodness me, I'm head of department already. And I do worry at times that everybody is happy, that they think I'm doing a good job. And although I don't need telling you're doing really well, I like it when I see people who are happy, and I try my best to make sure that everybody's doing things as well as they possibly can and are comfortable within the workplace. And I think, from what I can see, generally they are, and I'm very happy with how that's gone.
I'll go and wait in Richard's office.
Right, I'll be right there.
Joe is off to another meeting, an annual review for a Year 13 statemented pupil.
Right, let's go. It's one of those moments where you realise why it is that you do the job that you do, despite the trauma and the emotional energy that goes into it, and the difficulties and the behaviour and all the other challenges you face as a manager and teacher. This child's done remarkably well considering the learning difficulties that he's had to face. Just seeing that young man, very proudly about to make his way in the world, confident and capable, and almost, on the brink of getting the qualifications that he's aimed for, made me realise that that's why I get out of bed in the morning,
We've had a difficult 2 years, and to be honest, at times we've been operating without somebody in that role. There was chaos without a doubt, but 6 months ago when she was appointed back in September, we're all a bit, this may not work. This is something that as a school we haven't, really dealt with before, and she's coming from outside of the school environment, but she has brought some form of stability, and also she's brought challenge to us as a school, and she's worked very, very hard.
Andy? No, head of department, Andy.
Andy's meetings may be less formal, but they're no less demanding.
It's taking some getting used to making decisions about people and defining maybe the way that their careers go. And obviously I know just thinking about that today, it's not just about my teaching and my kids and my classes as it's been in the past. It's about other staff and making sure that I'm allowing other staff to do the best they possibly can. This time of year when we're looking at timetabling as well, and it's really hard because you don't want to disappoint people, and you want people to be able to get what they want out of their teaching, but at times not everybody can have what they want, so it's going to test my management skills far more than anything it has so far.
I think the main thing is we all get on so well as a team, and I think it's good for him because he's got an experienced team around him.
It was very strange at the beginning because it was my department. So I'd try to build it up in the time that I was head of department here, and I'd help appoint the staff, so they were my staff and it was my department. So there was a little bit of, I suppose, concern, trepidation that I was handing over the reins.
John is a former head of department, and he's as old as me, so that's really difficult to come in where your head of department is now junior to you in terms of responsibility. And he's dealt with it so well. He's done very well, I think. Isn't that patronising?
Joel snatches some food before yet another meeting.
Is this all of us then? Oh, is it? Okay, can we make a start? A couple of things that are in your folder. We have monthly team meetings where all the TAs come together. Two-way information, shall we share information about what's happening with the children, changes in systems and procedures, and it's also a forum where they can bring back any concerns that they've got. Come on, Janine, don't be shy.
She wants to know what's it like having a camera shoved in your face.
She's really positive and proactive and willing to listen if you've got any problems, or we can discuss things, and it's easy to approach.
Lateness is becoming a bit of an issue again, and with the exams being on, I'm not looking at anybody in particular, honest, with the exams being on, it's really important that people can... Firm but fair, I think. Again, I've only been here a short while and had maybe, 8, 9 times in which I've had concerns about performance, and I've just met with the individuals concerned, stated what my concerns are, what the expectations are, and we've moved it on from there. Okay, guys, be careful out there.
How's the family? Sleepless nights here?
All right. Yeah, last night was, but until then she's been waking up at 3 for half an hour and then going back to sleep, and that's it all night. But no, last night she was
really good earplugs, haven't you?
Yeah, it's amazing. No, she was up 2 or 3 times last night. She's knackered today.
Yeah, I just thought those bags were natural. Yeah, panda eyes.
They're always there.
Yeah.
It's a new man look. Yeah. So tell us, John, when you were that age...
To be honest, because the pupils know the system, because we have a system, and within geography I've set up a behaviour system so that if pupils are disciplined by a member of staff and they deem it serious enough, they come to me and they're automatically in detention and so on and so forth. But basically I feel that each pupil needs to be dealt with on an individual basis.
You ran back on this by getting that C, didn't you? You know, you did the exam, you got a C, you showed that you were top of that class. But this, top of the class? No. What do you reckon?
But I mean, the big issues we've got at the moment are with the coursework. It was something that was picked up in our exam results last year, that at the top end we had Year 12s doing exceptionally well, but at the bottom end they weren't achieving the results they should be.
Break time, and we'll see you with a to-do list for this and a to-do list for mine. You're still going to get your grade. You're still going to get your C if you work hard, but you do need to work hard. All right?
Yep.
All yours. See you tomorrow, okay?
Beating the kids up with it, so...
To Joe, student discipline is another new area.
Just another day in paradise. Each TA does report anyway on a daily basis how their interaction with the students been, and we keep records. If there are any that are a real cause for concern where students have been out of order, then they'll be given to me direct and we'll have some dialogue.
No, he came over to me and slapped me.
What, you did?
Yeah, I grabbed him and threw him over the table.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we're going to have to sort this out. We are going to have to sort this out. That can't happen. I'll speak to the TAs and then I'll catch up with you later, all right? If the behaviour is just unacceptable, I'll speak to the head of year and collectively we'll bring in the parents to talk to them about how we can deal with that, because it's, you know, there's some behaviour that's just not acceptable and that parents need to engage with us to try and turn it around. Oh, great. So now I've got to sort out 2 students fighting, one attacking the other.
Jo has not been a Senko before and she has had a lot to learn. So she came in, she didn't realise that she was going to have to teach either. So she was given a timetable on the first week and said, this is your timetable, this is what you're teaching. And so she's had a lot to learn and she's really put up with all of it. Through the double doors, down the stairs, past the library, through the double doors again, the block on your left-hand side is where 605.
And this afternoon, Jo faces something else she's not done before, an invigilation.
No, I've gone the wrong bloody way.
In room 605.
Which way to 605?
605's just around there. So go in there first or second.
What's 605, Tom? This way.
Andy also has exams on his mind. Not just the results this year, but the results of the future.
Hands up who's definitely not doing geography. Hands up who hates geography. Right, well...
My major ambition, and the major ambition for the department, is to make geography one of the most popular subjects in the school, if not the most. I'm not sure that's the case at the moment. I want it to be a subject that pupils enjoy, but also that they learn well and learn effectively in, building up the amount of pupils we get in Key Stage 4 next year, and also looking to take it on in A-level. And I'm hoping that our results will persuade people in a gentle way to do that.
Use the textbooks to help you if you need to as well. Use revision guides if you need to as well.
For our new heads of department, it's yet another day that started long before the pupils arrived and will continue long after they've gone. They seem to be starting to enjoy their new roles.
I really feel quite comfortable now, getting to know the children, the parents, done a load of annual reviews.
But how are their families coping with the long hours?
Leave here at 6, go home, quickly make dinner, work till 1, 2 in the morning. I have to say, it is getting better with experience, it's getting better.
By the time I get home, poor Mel needs, well, not poor Mel, but Mel needs my support, she needs my help.
It's just a balancing act, really, and I try not to let it affect my children too much, try and do a lot once they're asleep.
I've decided that although I've got an awful lot on my plate at the moment, I've got to keep doing the things that I enjoy and make sure I get the balance between work and home right, because I think I work better when I'm relaxed, and at the moment I don't feel very relaxed when I'm at work.
I have had many a Monday morning when they've said, we haven't done anything this weekend, Mum, because you've been working. But I do try and find other ways of making it up to them, you know. I do feel a bit guilty about that sometimes, but hey, them's the breaks.
So this weekend I take Daniel swimming on Saturday morning, which is one of my favourite things, my highlights of my week. And then after that I'm going to the rugby in Gloucester as well, which is a big game. A real chance for me just to shout and to get things out of my system and to really then think about starting fresh.
Exactly.
Next time, the exam pressure is mounting for Andy.
Oh, he predicted me an A.
B. A B. A.
The best they'd had as a department, so it was quite nice for my predecessor to go out on a bit of a high, but obviously that puts the pressure on me.
And is Jo gaining confidence in the classroom?
Lots and lots going on, but I'm looking forward to the weekend, bit of a break, get myself ready for another tough week, and I'm thinking in about 3 weeks' time I might be able to breathe.